shifting dark, the form unwinds. Twin tails fade, new shapes aligned. Hands to slime, the stone reshapes. A bard emerges, Goo-dith wakes. Hear the thunder, heed the song. Through realms of chaos we belong. Books are open, tales are spun. Why calls, the board has come. Shift like stone, yet fluid.
Luna, are you listening?
A scholar's mind, a melody. Rein no more. Goo-dith appears. The veils embrace. The way is clear. Magic swirls as worlds collide. A slime, a bard, the truth won't hide. Through the veil, the thunder's call, lore and chaos bind us all. From ghostly paths to songs anew, welcome friends, the story's true. The bard now smiles, the tale unfolds. Let chaos reign, let songs be told.
If it helps, if you're
And
able to.
here.
All right. I still got a few seconds left before my countdown's done.
Okay. I know I stopped mine, restarted my thing early.
Yeah, it's fine. Cece's been having a little bit of issues with its internet.
Oh, crap. Those suck.
I'm trying to get onto Roll20 now. It's having issues.
Okay. Hey, Cece, if you want, I don't know if this would be a better option, but I can give either Rein or Ronan control over the character, and you can tell them what you need to do with the character, like where they need to be at and stuff like that. And you can talk to us on the phone and be part of it.
Mm. And my ad break is ending.
Fuck's sake.
Right. My countdown just ended, so I'm going to jump into the actual thing. Have you tried is your Wi-Fi driver updated? Oh, it's even on your phone you're getting delay.
Oh. Technical issues.
Gotta love technical issues.
Yeah. I wouldn't be live streaming if there wasn't any scuff. Excuse me. My throat is getting a little Weird.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of D&D. We are currently experiencing a little bit of technical issues, so we are currently trying to work through them.
Particularly D&D Beyond being all pain in the neck.
Mm.
And then Gab, who plays Gabriel, is not going to be here this session because he is sick. So hopefully he gets better soon. All right, no worries, CC. If that's easier for you, then we can do it that way.
Yeah, at least it'll give voice, and then somebody can help out by moving the token around for him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Scuffed screams and crazy things. Sorry.
You're good. Since Ronan kind of knows how to work this, I'm just gonna give him access unless you want to do it, Goo-dith.
No, that's fine. Ronan can let Ellyra do it. I'll get bored and start using it like a fidget spinner.
Just start singing "You Spin Me Right Around."
You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Like a record player, right round.
God, some people are really good at remembering song lyrics. I remember fragments.
For me, it depends on the song lyric. Like "Body Like a Back Road," I can sing that no problem. Like literally, it's completely in my brain all the time.
Mm.
But some songs I have to hear the lyrics and then, or hear the music, and then I get the words. So
Yeah.
hear the lyrics like as the song is going, and I like they're in my head, and I can sing it.
Yeah.
Also, I apologize for any stupidity that happens tonight. I am a little tipsy.
And happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Oh yeah, I hope y'all are wearing green. I obviously am.
I didn't catch what you said, Ronan.
I said Happy St. Patty's Day.
Oh. Sounds like the kitty cat has also said the same thing.
Yep.
Oh.
I thought the cat was looking for the pot of gold.
I'm not going to make the joke.
The only real St. Patrick's Day joke that I really remember is from my childhood. And I remember watching Fairly Odd Parents as a kid. And I just remember Timmy going on a quest for Cupid, and it required Timmy to bring a pot of Irish gold, just to find out at the very end it was Irish golden potatoes.
Yep. So yep, and then chase down Cupid too.
Yeah.
After that.
Childhood. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me, oh shoot, what was that guy, radio personality? Was it Paul Harvey? Used to do a segment called The Rest of the Story. I should send you a YouTube clip of one of the things. I think it was Paul Harvey. So one of the things he did was about nursery tales. I think Mother Goose was the one, and about how the little nursery tales are actually like a metaphor or satire for British royalty. So I should share that to you guys later, but it's pretty funny. I I used to love listening to some of that stuff when he would do the rest of the story.
I had a little joke book back home, back when I was younger, and it's the only joke I remember from this joke book. Right?
Hmm.
It was called 777 Bad Jokes,
Oh shit.
and this one was not even a joke. It was more of like a pun, like a
Hmm.
pun game. And it goes, hickory dickory dock. The mice ran up the clock. The clock struck one, and all the others ran away with minor injuries.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh. All right. Shall I?
You got the recap ready?
Yeah, shall I try for the recap then?
Yeah, let's go ahead with the recap. Real quick. CC, are you doing any better with your connection with your phone?
Feeling like green fire in Game of Thrones. Does that count? That must be in reference to the St. Patty's Day comment.
It probably was. All right,
Phone
perfect.
works fine. Okay, cool. Oh, I see you're muted. Okay, got it. Got it. I'm going to minimize that so it's out of my way. And for the recap.
Here we go.
The zealots came with wicked aim, their madness set to burn. With runes of blood and twisted life, a fate we had to turn, excuse me. 4 abyssal runes carved in stone, their meanings grim and vile. Blood sacrifice, tear the veil, to create new life. Their cursed style. Old and ancient, etched in earth, the rite long lain in wait. To spill fresh blood and twist life's form, a dark and twisted fate. A birth unnatural, a cruel and grim, reborn in wicked flame. But I'm the bard who cracks such plots, so Goo-dith knew their game. I searched the zealots head to toe for clues and hidden marks, and there beneath their collarbones a firebrand left its spark. With bodies bare, I had a thought, a scene so cursed yet bold. I posed them all in scandalous ways, the kind you wouldn't show grandma old. No, Ellyra, don't look. We gathered carts, found horses strong, and loaded every kid, while Gabriel snuck through shadows dark and found treasure where it hid. A bag of holding left behind, once claimed by the Red Lady's hand. Now ours to stash our loot and snacks. Behold our traveling plan. To the mountain pass we braved the cold, with chanting in the air. A door sealed tight by magic's hand, yet draconic broke its snare. Speak, friend, and open, I joked on the spot. But hello, friend, and silence, like I said it to a rock. Our rest was calm till scratching came. A grating sound drew near, and whispers muttered, "Food smells good," which filled the room with fear. I called out bold in giant tongue, "No food here," I said clear. "But trolls aren't bright, this one sharper than some." "That's what food says," it grunted, sounding far from dumb. I spun my spells, "Come back tomorrow," but the troll refused to go. So I slammed the door in its ugly face and screamed, "It's time to throw." The 3 of them made quick work of the filthy trolls. The rage was loud, the paladin fierce, and the rogue played sly and bold. And me, well, seeing all was won, I cast my strongest spell. I cast Punch! I shouted proudly, but I missed the face as well. I aimed for chin, a mighty blow, but I'm a slime quite small, so I punched its boob. Still counts, I'd say, a crit by bardic law. I wandered halls in search of clues, my mind set on, on the fight. While hidden in a shadowed nook, I spied a door sealed tight. No handle, hinge, or gap to pry, just stones wedged deep in place. But I'm a slime, so off came gear, and through a crack I slithered in. The room was dark, a breathless void, no glow, no glimpse, no light. So like a fool, I cried aloud, "Oh no, it's Doc, all right?" Then footsteps boomed, and Ellyra's voice rang loud from past the wall. With one great shove, she smashed the door, and rocks began to fall. I tumbled clear, my slime form slick, I barely dodged the stones, and as I gasped in naked form, the jokes began about my slimy fit. So here we march, with children safe, and secrets yet to learn, a twisted cult, their shadow long, with fires yet to burn. The zealot's coin still haunts my mind. What purpose does it serve? And what new foe still waits ahead? The madness dark and cruel. And now we start with steady steps along the winding way. The path to Divinia lies ahead, and that is where we start today.
All right. Thank you for
That
doing
was
the
a lot.
recap, Rein. Yeah, there's a lot to take in.
Sorry, I do get
Fine.
I do get
I mean-
kind of carried away with those sometimes.
No, you're good. Like literally, we have a lot happening in these sessions anyway. So the fact that you
Yeah,
remembered
so-
all that,
I wrote that one down right away, and I will admit that I did ask ChatGPT for a little bit of help trying to summarize that a little bit faster. Still maybe came out a little longer than I was expecting, but hey, you know what?
nah, it's perfectly
This
fine.
this stream is not sponsored by ChatGPT.
No,
It is not 100%. It is not. We just use it for fun, puns, and bullshit.
Yeah, it's just stupid stuff.
It's a tool I use to help me with research sometimes and trying to find other ways to say the same thing that I already said.
Yeah.
I remember questions.
Yes. Answers.
No, I mean, for Rein wanted Goo to ask questions. As
Oh,
we got back
right.
Into the session. So I'm reminding Rein of that.
Well, first, maybe we should start out with picking up where we left off, right?
Yeah.
Goo-dith is gonna just simply say, oh, she's covering herself up right now, right? Wanna see a magic check? She turns into her base form of a more ball-like looking slime, slides over to her gear and clothes, and reforms into a humanoid shape, already wearing everything. You know, instantly donning your clothes, backpack, and armor is a thing that only slimes can do. Just slither
I also
inside of it.
assume putting the skull back inside of her head too. Because
Oh, of course.
Neat trick.
So that was one of the fun things of being a slime. So Ellyra, I noticed. Well, also thanks for not killing me with the rocks that were holding the door shut. But
Apologies.
it's fine. It's fine. I'm just joking with you. I do want to ask, since you're here, I was wondering, was there a reason that you cut the heads off of those trolls? Was did that mean something, or?
The thing about trolls is that they can regenerate, much like a vampire. The thing is that unless you make 100% sure that they are dead, they will rise again.
Oh.
Which is why I cut off their heads.
That is good to know.
They tend to be particularly weak to fire, which, luckily enough, this sword does fire.
That is cool.
Very handy.
Yeah, that is really cool. So, what about the old children's tales about them turning to rock in the daylight? Is that also true? Or is that just a child's tale?
That, my friend, is. Give me a second because I'm trying to recall the fucking information.
Sorry for putting you on the spot on that.
It's fine. It's fine. Because I know where that particular reference is from out of character.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you, in 5e, it does not.
Yeah, I was going to say as Ellyra is like, that is complete utter horse shit.
Okay, so that is just a old children's tale.
Yes. Trolls are just big, strong, and absolutely annoying to put down and keep down.
Okay. That is good to know. And since I never actually got the chance to look back over here, I'm going to cast Dancing Lights so that I can actually see. Just something right. I could have did before instead of yelling out, "Oh, it's dark! Help!"
It's dark. Ellyra.
And she made that look easy too. Like, Goo-dith slammed her shoulder into that door, and basically the door said no. Bad girl.
So, as you illuminate this corridor, you would notice a hallway leading forward.
Okay. Is there anything down the hallway? If I walk down
when you get to the edge of the hallway, you notice that there is a door here.
Okay. Is there a handle? Is it barred?
You know those like old I don't know how to put them, like the old French style doors where they have like the giant like ring handle kind of thing, so you just kind of pull it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. It's like a wooden door like that.
Okay. I'll give that a little tug, see if it opens, see if it budges.
It opens.
Okay.
And you come across this this giant pit.
Is it just an empty pit?
Would you roll for investigation in this pit?
Sure. I will roll for investigation. I'm assuming I had ritually casted detect magic before we end it last session. That's probably ended by now, right? That's like a 10-minute.
Yeah, I'd say it probably ended by now.
Okay.
So
rolled
with
11.
Yeah, with your roll, you would see what looks like bones scattered around in this pit. There's also what looks like a lot of like rotten carcasses.
Oh.
But one thing catches your attention.
Okay.
A single coin.
Is it in the middle of the room?
I'd say it's like right around here, and you'd see it like kind of like the ambient light just kind of glistening off of it.
Okay. And can I see if it's got any symbols marked into it when I see it without picking it up?
Without picking it up, you don't see any unusual symbols. It looks like a normal coin.
Gold, silver, copper?
It looks like a gold coin, a normal gold coin.
Why is it surrounded by bodies? Shoot. Fuck it, I guess I pick it up.
All right. As you pick it up, the coin.
Ball.
As you pick up the coin, it starts bleeding. Like it starts dripping blood.
Oh shit. I'm gonna drop it.
When you drop it, the blood stops.
Hey, Ellyra?
Yes.
You want to look at something?
I'll follow the path that she wants to.
Okay.
She without saying anything, she just points at the coin.
Is there something special about this coin?
Pick it up. I'm sorry.
Ellyra like gives you side eye and then slowly picks up the coin.
As you go to pick up this gold coin, it starts bleeding.
Fascinating.
I'm curious. And Ellyra will put the coin in her mouth.
It tastes like blood.
Is that tasty?
There's no peculiar taste. It doesn't like. As I'm familiar with the taste of blood, it doesn't taste off. Anything like that?
Oh. It tastes like the blood from any creature that you would have like tasted blood from.
Have you ever heard of anything like that before? That is rather fascinating.
I pull it back out.
The coin is still bleeding as you do.
Would I have heard? What?
I said the coin is still bleeding as you pull it out.
Is it like bleeding off? Like is the blood coming off of the coin, or is it just stopping before it falls off?
The blood is like coming from the coin.
Okay, but I mean, like, is the blood that's coming from the coin like dripping to the ground, like type thing?
Yes.
I want to cast Detect Magic. Actually, I would have to ritual cast it. But yeah. I have no spell slots left. So I'm going to cast Detect Magic to see what exactly is up with this coin.
Hey, you know something fun?
Detect Magic alerts you to any magic in the vicinity and tells you what school of magic it is.
Do you know something fun? You can use the blood to write your ritual on the ground. I'm sorry.
You're not doing that. You're not doing
that. Intrusive thoughts for the win.
Ellyra just flicks Goo-dith in a titty for the idea.
Damn it. Those are sensitive, and I don't even have that part.
So with your Detect Magic...
I'm sorry.
So with your Detect Magic, you would know that this coin has a form of conjuration magic attached to it.
Tapping into something to drain the blood from. Essentially. Like
yes.
The blood is coming from somewhere else, but it's focusing through the coin.
Exactly.
Whose blood do you think it is?
I don't know. I can't tell if it's beast or humanoid or monster.
Uh,
But
With your taste for blood, you would say it tastes like a mix of various types of blood.
okay, then I'll say that. I'll say that it tastes like it has multiple sources. It seems to be pulling the blood from somewhere.
Can I do like either an Arcana or History thing to try and test my memory if I've heard of anything that could conjure blood?
I was gonna do the same thing with a religion check to see if that if I've heard anything like
Alright.
that pop up.
All right. If you want to give me a history check, Goo-dith, and Ellyra, if you want to do a religion check, that is fine.
Oh, damn. Wait, what? Oh, that's a +7 to that. Okay. So that roll comes out as 21, it said?
Yep,
Damn, that is...
that's a really good roll.
Twin rolls. Yeah.
I mean, it was a terrible roll, because it was a... Is that really... Did that do the math right? Why does it feel like
If you
the
have a
math
+7
is...
to your history, that's a 14 that you roll, which is not bad.
Oh, wait, I keep looking at
So
the...
yeah, you rolled.
I keep looking at the
So-
+7, thinking I rolled 7, and then I got a +7. I'm like, wait a minute, the math isn't. Okay, I
Yeah,
looked.
If you roll a 7, you'll get a 14.
I was. That's why I was like, did it do the math right? Because I wasn't reading it right.
So I'm gonna start with your history roll, and then I'm gonna go into the religion roll behind it. Okay.
Okay.
So Goo-dith, you would have read tomes saying how before the current age, money was scarce, and essentially, people were literally killing for this money or for money, and so the blood that was spilled ended up entwining a select amount of gold pieces. Throughout the years, this was called the blood coin. No one has seen it since those ages, and most of them were thought to be destroyed.
How old did you say?
Let's see. Before the current age, so I'm gonna say at least 1,000 years.
At least 1,000. Okay.
Yeah.
Hell,
That's
I just
some
stuck
pretty.
a 1,000-year-old coin in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And it tasted like some old rusty nickels.
Good thing I'm immune to diseases.
Salty blood, let's go.
Like, this coin holds all the diseases in the past 10,000 years.
By the way, Goo-dith will share that information with you, so.
And then Ellyra. From your religion check, you would know that the Church of Azoth originally conjured up these coins. They were the basically there was a war for holy power or divine power back in those days. And you would know that Azoth was known for being the bringer of chaos and disorder and planting seeds of that into their minds as well. You would also know that the blood of the people that were killed in these ventures was actually stored inside this coin or inside these coins. So as it passed hand to hand to hand, the blood of the user or the blood of the person who took had it prior is entwined inside of this coin. I don't know if that makes sense.
No,
think-
I get that. So like it carries the blood of each previous holder of that coin.
And eventually the new holder, when if they are killed, their blood will enter the coin as well.
Interesting. But it doesn't come off as curse, right? It doesn't set off my divine sense.
No, your divine sense does not see anything evil about it.
And my sword doesn't say anything about it either, right?
No, it's not speaking to you about it.
Okay. So I'm not getting any bad vibes from this coin.
No,
I know
none
that it was
whatsoever.
created in not even in sheer malice, it's just a fucking blood recycle.
Mm.
That's purely the use of the coin. It's literally recycling blood. That's it.
Yes.
And weirdly enough, do I get the sense that this would be enough to, if I was to say use this coin, like say like drink the, would it be enough to trigger my thing?
Oh, your little damp here thingy.
How much
Yeah, my
blood
blood
does that require? That's the real question. Because it just says that you have to
Well,
drink
'cause-
blood, right?
right. It's either
Or-
I either have to feed, or I have to either use my vampiric bite, like from vampiric feeding, or I have to drink blood.
I would say if you were to keep it in your mouth for a short period of time, it probably could trigger your vampiric, your blood, what's it called? Blood rage.
Hmm.
Blood surge.
Blood surge, that's what it's called. That's right.
Yeah. So okay. So not. So as in like I would have to have it in my mouth for like a round or two to trigger it, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay. It's a rather peculiar coin indeed. Apparently, they were initially created by Azoth. And the idea and the concept of absorbing the blood of those who had last held it and had died, had perished.
Fascinating. Would it just hold the blood of them, or would like their souls be in there too?
Just the blood, right, Code?
It's just their blood.
Okay, so like out of character, meaning that wouldn't prevent somebody from like resurrection magic or something.
No,
Right,
it's
yeah.
solely like think of it as just blood money, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah. It is just purely recycling
Mhm.
the blood of whoever last held it.
And
Or maybe has it like stacked of the different types of blood over the centuries?
By the way, upon further inspection, since you did put it in your
Mhm.
mouth, you would see on the front, it would look like a what looks like a man's face and like his hands kind of pressing against it.
Mm.
And on the back, you would see like,
his butt. I'm sorry.
well, actually, I was gonna say it was like more like a skull, and all the blood was dripping out of the skull's mouth.
Oh, okay.
And the skull was the mark.
It's more practical than what I said.
Yeah, and the skull is more or less like the mark of Azoth specifically, right?
Yes.
Mm.
However, you notice it does not have like his power imbued into it, if that makes sense. Like,
Which
it doesn't
is
seem hurt.
fun. Right, yeah. And my divine sense doesn't react, my sword doesn't react, and I don't think my amulet or my holy symbol reacts to it either. Oh, right?
No, not at all.
Okay, so Venraff doesn't have a problem with it. Everything else that I have doesn't have a problem with it.
That is quite fascinating.
Yes. It's not cursed either. It doesn't set off my senses. Nor does it trigger my blade, nor does it agitate Venraff, as far as I can tell. So she looks to Goo-dith and kind of shrugs. Souvenir?
It's all yours.
I'll just put that into my inventory, I guess.
By the way, if you all want to give another investigation check.
Sure. Also, did we lose CC? Looks like we lost him.
Yeah, we might have lost CC.
Yikes.
This investigation check came up as 18.
I'm check the CC real fast. Okay. And what is your investigation, Ellyra?
I do see he's watching stream though.
Yeah, I see him watching stream too.
I'll go ahead and make one. Give me a sec. Investigation.
Okay.
I doubt it's gonna be as good. Yep, nope, not one.
All right. Goo-dith, you would also see on the ground.
Yes, the floor is made of floor.
The floor is made of floor, which is also made of stone, because inside cave there is mountain, which is stone. Yes. But Goo-dith, you look at the ground and you notice there is a pattern to the skeleton, to the bones that you found.
For some reason, your description makes me think that, or feel like Goo-dith is Jacko posed to look at the ground.
If she is Jacko pose, I swear to God, Ellyra's not gonna be able to hold herself back.
But
Okay, sorry. Continue.
but yeah, like,
take 5 points of ass slap damage again.
so as you look at the ground and the piles of bones that you found, you find you notice that there's a pattern that looks, you can't tell if it's magic or alchemic, but you notice there's a circle on the ground that created in that area.
Like, is it in loose ground or is it in, like, rock?
Like, I'd say it's engraved in the rocks. Like, it's in the actual, like, physical ground that you were standing on.
Oh wow, roll 20 is really delayed because I just seen Ellyra's roll.
It just came through for me too.
Sorry, that distracted me. So it's a circle, just a simple circle.
You can't tell if it's alchemic or if it's a arcane circle, like magical circle.
When you say alchemical, do you mean like how do you mean that to differentiate from?
So like when I say alchemic, I mean like an alchemist kind of like magic versus a like sorcerer or wizard kind of magic, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So the difference between scientific magic and non-scientific magic.
Yes, exactly. You can't tell if it's scientific or not scientific.
Okay. And I assume that's in the center of this place, right? Like literally dead square middle.
This circle is taking up the entire this entire section that you are in. So like,
Oh,
if I can put it
so
into perspective, I'm going to draw an ellipse, and
yeah,
then
I
I'm just
was
gonna.
just doing like
So
that.
like right there, right there.
Okay.
Question.
Yes. Answer.
My question is that lip that I came up to, like where it goes into the pit, how high up is that from where I am currently?
I'd say at least 25 feet.
I was wondering if I could jump that. I don't think I can.
You're gonna show off.
Maybe.
Well,
I
it's a
mean,
wall.
if I had,
It's not really a lip. It's more
Yeah.
like a wall. Like you could run it up
Yeah,
if you
I
wanted
mean,
to.
I could still walk up it.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
ask if those were like spikes to hold something down in the circle that were along that edge, or if you could just walk past that. If that was if that was actually representative of more of a wall structure.
I'd say they're more like pikes to keep people from like climbing up.
Give me a second.
CC with the comment about the instincts being strong.
My cat has a bad habit of trying to get into the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
I hear cats really like toilet paper for some reason.
Like a cat.
Yeah, but he'll go into the bathroom specifically to mark his territory. That's what he'll do.
Oh man.
Don't think I don't know what you're doing in there. I can smell it when you do that shit.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it's
sometimes you just gotta yell at the cat.
It's very potent, like pneumonia cat, like male cat smell.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's not great because then I have to spend like at least 20 fucking minutes just trying to air out my fucking bathroom when he does that shit. Anyway,
so
because I wanted to go, because I'm pretty sure Goo-dith is safe right now where she is at the moment. So
Yeah.
I want to head back to the trolls and begin just taking valuable parts out of their corpses.
Okay.
Sounds cool.
I'm gonna try to do a survival check for that if I need to make a check for it at all.
No, yeah, I'll give you survival on that one.
All right.
Nice.
Oh shit. 22 just to like tear out the teeth, the eyes, cut it open, take out the organs.
So essentially,
Whatever.
these trolls were probably not going to be organ donors, but now they're officially forced to be.
For science and gold.
In the name of science, we shall investigate the heart.
I mean, you got 3 trolls. So that's a lot of alchemical resources if we can find an alchemist that can fuck around with it.
Or simply just wants to buy the components to do whatever they want to do with it.
Yeah. You got the troll's eyes, you got their teeth, you've got... Trolls have claws, right?
Yes, they do have claws.
Pop the claws off.
Also, another
piece
thing
of
that
their
you
skin.
would have noticed with your investigation checks is that there is a pathway this way.
Okay. Goo-dith is going to check out the pathway. She's going to come back to the circle in a minute, but she's going to check out this pathway. Is it barred with a locked door or anything?
There is an iron door with spikes. It looks kind of like a prison door or a jail door, if that makes sense.
Okay. Is it locked or barred or anything like that?
Uh, not as far as you can tell.
Before I so it's just a prison like one. So before I walk down there, I'm gonna send the dancing lights down to illuminate it to see if there's anything down there.
You would see a set of stairs, a single desk on the right hand side, a table or a chair by the desk, a quill, inkwell, and a book.
Oh.
Ooh. I feel like that sounds like a jackpot for Goo-dith.
So if the door opens, then I will enter and I will start rummaging through that stuff. Check out what they all are.
All right. The door
Oh, for
opens. You make your way to the desk. The inkwell seems a bit dry, like it's been there for a while.
Okay.
The quill, however, is in very pristine condition. Does not look like it's been overused, broken, anything like that.
Does it look fancy, like it belonged to a wizard or something?
I'd say it looks like a peacock feather almost.
Oh, it looks like a peacock feather. Okay, so it's not like a
very
more
fancy.
mechanical pen. Yeah.
No, it looks very like whoever had it paid a lot of money for it.
Okay.
So an eccentric.
Does the desk contain any kind of like little wooden case or something that it would have been stored inside of?
You would open the drawer and probably find a like a carved box for it. It's basically a latch box that would open up and the quill would lay inside of it.
Okay, because something that fancy, I want to protect it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the
No, I got you.
quill in its box and shove it in my bag.
And then I take it you want to look at the book.
Yep, definitely.
You only notice that 3 pages are used.
Okay. Can I read what's in it?
Yeah, it's in common. Page 1 says, I finally found a secluded place to begin my research. Um, Basically talking about this room, and just like being in the mines themselves, or in the tunnel itself.
Mm-hmm.
And the writer's like describing in detail like the room, the how he came about finding the information, stuff like that. You get to the second page and he says the author says something around the lines of Azoth told me how to create a philosopher's stone. I must go through the means of making this stone to figure out what kind of secrets it holds.
Hmm.
He also explains like his reasoning for wanting to create the philosopher's stone is to end a war that was currently going on.
How old does this book appear to be?
It is a very old book. It's weathered, it's torn. It doesn't look like it's been opened much. It doesn't look like it's been written in much, but you can definitely tell that the years have been with this book.
So basically, like they started writing and then something happened and they just ceased to exist, possibly.
Exactly.
That's
And
interesting.
I'm looking in the chat right now, and I'm just seeing CC with the comment, "The damn parents' lesbian instinct is too strong."
Yeah. Yeah, we saw that, and we're just
Yep.
like, yeah, that's funny.
Yep, sounds about right.
So the third
Look,
page.
it's not my fault that Goo-dith wants to be a tease all the time. Okay.
Yeah, we can't help that Goo's the bottom.
And you know the best part is she doesn't even know what she's doing.
She's not gonna know until she wakes up the next morning in bed with the vampire. She's like, what just happened?
Exactly.
By the way, if you were to read the third and final entry in the book,
Okay.
it says that essentially you notice that there's watermarks on the page, like almost like teardrops, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, got it.
And on that page it says Azoth lied to me. He told me that I would be creating the Philosopher's Stone to end the war. Instead, I sacrificed all these people to make blood money.
Oh.
My biggest regret is not being able to save them. And so, to make what's the word? To make recompense for his actions, or reconciliation of his actions.
Mm-hmm.
He puts, the author puts in there, I will also join my my fallen friends.
Does so the pages detail what it the ritual for the coin, or no?
There would be like, I'd say there'd be a drawing of the ritual for the coin, but for the ritual itself, it seems like he went back and tried to like smear over it.
They tried to delete the ritual.
Exactly, they tried to cover over the ritual.
So
exactly. CC Azoth lies. Hearing this for the first time. Wow.
out of character. So the coin was essentially an attempt at creating a philosopher's stone, or was used in an attempt to create a philosopher's stone.
It's
So
the
coin itself
result.
was, yeah, it's the results of the method that he was told to create the philosopher's stone.
Okay. So fucking Azoth.
Yeah. And then was that the only things down here that were interesting? Was the desk?
You would also notice another door further down that leads further into this cavern.
So that goes into more rooms beyond.
Yes.
Okay, so that is that like our way forward then to Divinia, or is that something else?
I'm not going to give you that answer because there are other routes in here. So
Okay, so the only thing I know from here is that it goes on to more rooms.
exactly.
Okay. I'm gonna
explore.
I'm gonna grab that book and I'm gonna come back out here. Does this circle look anything close to what I can read through the scribbles in the book?
You would notice that where the skulls are, or where the skeletons are, or piles of bones, whatever you want to call them, where
Mhm.
those are the same areas where you can see like dots on that ritual.
Okay. Was the book signed by anybody? A name in the book?
You're gonna make me come up with a name. Give me 1 second.
I mean, you don't have to. You could say it's an unsigned book.
No, but I kind of want to give it a name.
Okay.
You asked the DM the one horrible thing you should never ask them.
never ask a DM these 100 questions or whatever those videos are.
One of those being, what is its name?
All right, I got it. At the bottom of the cover, if you were to rub some dust off of it, it says Gwen Windrider.
Gwen is in GWEN or no, wait, how do I
Yeah,
spell
yeah.
Gwen? Yeah.
You got it.
And Windrider?
Yeah, so basically wind and rider together.
I'll at least write that there for now, and I'll do something with that later, probably.
Yeah.
Can you read enough of the ritual in terms of how to make that blood coin still?
No, like most of the circle is like there's been ink poured onto it, if that makes sense. Like it's been tried to smeared out.
Okay.
Oh, so you emptied out the quill bottle into the thing. Okay.
Can I use prestidigitation to blank away all of the ink except for the word or words do not use? Or it was a
Uh,
trick? I got it better. Is just turn the ink blot into it. It was a trick, and otherwise obliviate the rest of the ink from that ritual.
yeah. So you prestidigitate it, and I'm assuming you're gonna have it go above where the circle was, so that way it's out of the way of the circle.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to be able to see anything about the circle itself. This is in the book part, right? The description about how to do the blood coin ritual.
Yeah, like it doesn't really describe how to do the ritual. It just has like a brief like what's required and the ritual like symbol, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I want to erase that from the book, leaving
Okay.
behind only her the comments about her regret, basically her
Okay. So
anything
yeah,
anything that has anything to do with the ritual itself, leaving behind the little journal entry things, and mostly just leave the ink in the shape of the words "it was a trick." It's a
yeah, so you do
trap.
that. Basically you prestidigitate
Mm,
uh the circle, the components, everything that is listed that pertained to this blood money ritual
mm-hmm.
now just says it was a trick.
And then followed by the
Uh,
journal entries about the regret.
exactly.
Sounds good. Sounds perfect.
Um, you do notice that there's still like scratchings on the page,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not. But the unless they were to take like a another piece of paper and kind of like scribble over it.
Mm-hmm. They would have to.
Uh,
Somebody would have to do some investigation to actually make out if there was anything that
exactly.
used to be there. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. To answer your question, Luna, yes. Basically, the person disappeared, becoming part of the coin.
I love that.
So, okay. Yeah, no kidding. Dark magic, alright. So, with that, then I am going to go find Ellyra, Cassius, because Gabriel is off scouting. And
Yeah. So Gabriel. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Gabriel and Cheyenne ran ahead, and they are going to scout the way. This is for the viewers to know. They're scouting out the path ahead, while since Gap is sick, trying to give him something to do and not, you know, and not be a part of the story, but like having him like doing something actively with the story and when he gets better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you don't see Gabriel or Cheyenne's tokens on the screen.
Right. Okay, so
Yep.
I will as I return to the group, I don't know where Ellyra is at with her organ harvesting, but I will just share that there's another path beyond the pit, and I don't know what's back there. I didn't. Excuse me, look gassy. I did not venture down to see where it goes. I just know that it goes beyond.
I'm harvesting all 3 corpses, so Code, how far would I be along through that?
I'd say you'd at least have finished probably the first one, and you're now working your way to the second.
Okay. I'll take that into note. That's like, all right. I'll accompany you in exploring them once I'm finished here.
Sounds good. I didn't know if I should go ahead or not. I can go take a peek down there. I just wanted to say I don't know where it goes.
I would prefer to be by your side due to we don't know what is or is not here. And I don't want you to run into trouble without us.
Sounds good to me. I at least wanted to let you know in case I did go on my own where I would have been.
Did you find anything else, by any chance?
There was a book on a desk down there. Some poor soul was tricked by he who I do not wish to name.
Voldemort?
Yes, it was the slippery, slimy snake. But she's not gonna name the name, but that's what she says is an unfortunate soul had been tricked. And then she pats her backpack to say that, or suggest that the book that she found is in the backpack. Which, while I'm thinking about it, or actually the box underneath the backpack on the backpack contraption thingy that I have.
However the fuck that works.
You know, that's one of the weirdest things about like the haunted one background comes with this crate, and then when you look up D&D crate descriptions, it's talking about something the size of a treasure chest, and I'm like, no, it is not a treasure chest. It's this little box that's not much bigger or much different than a backpack. So that way, like, you could have this backpack frame with a soft bag and the crate on
From
there.
what I can tell, I thought it came with a chest, like very specifically a chest, not a crate.
I think it says crate, but what is the?
I'll have to double check it later.
Oh, it does say chest. It does say chest, But in my head, for this to actually work, because nobody's going to start the game carrying around this chest that is like 3 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet, that's way too big. They should give you a horse and wagon if you're starting with that as starting gear, right? So I've shrunk it down to something somewhere between the treasure chest that they give you and a jewelry box. So it's like this little. You think of it like the size of a shoebox. That's what it is in my head, right? Just big enough to like stick books and stuff in it. You know.
That's honestly
honest,
what I
that makes
thought it
more
would be
sense.
about.
Yeah.
That makes more sense because what is supposed to be in that chest? Well, specifically for like the haunted one, or like manacles, wooden stakes, shit like that. That can easily fit in a shoebox.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. Personally, Wizards of the Coast have made many dumb decisions.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you
at
know,
the end of the day, the
very-
problem is that they just use generic terms. So if you go trying to find something that actually makes sense based off of what they've written, there isn't something. So it leaves it on it leaves it on you to figure out what is this thing, right?
It's all
Right,
theater
yeah.
of the mind.
Yeah.
theater of the mind, and you kind of have to jerry rig it so that it actually starts making sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense if you close one eye, then you kind of tilt your head to the right, then you squint the other eye, and then you like kind of pop a blood vessel in your head because now you're like trying to like get it all right, but yet you're just not able to focus. So everything just starts blending together, and then like you just pass out due to pure frustration.
Mm.
Much.
So yeah.
Oh, by the way, I will say the way that Gabriel and Cheyenne went was this way.
Oh, I didn't even see that path down there.
Yep. That's why I said there's multiple paths.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
There's also this one over here.
Oh. I'm gonna walk over towards that way, because I don't think I really gave it a look before.
So you look inside and you notice that it looks more like a pit than a pathway.
I'm going to send dancing lights down it. What is the range on that, by the way?
I'm not mistaken, it's 100, I think.
120.
Okay, I was close. So you illuminate it, and from what you can tell, it looks like it goes straight down, but yet it also looks like it's hollow at the very bottom. Like you could, like there's another path at the bottom.
Hmm. Can I tell how far down the dancing lights went?
It went the full 120.
Oh.
So it's 120 all the way down.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if that 120 was enough to illuminate the floor.
So it's 120 all the way down. But you notice that your light kind of extends past one of the walls, so you assume there's another path down there.
Okay, so I can see shadow to one side.
Yeah, there's one person that can scatter out if you want.
I'd say at this point you just completed the second troll.
All right. So I'm on the third now.
Yes.
I also like to put it into my notes what exactly you're letting me take from the trolls.
Yeah, so essentially um you're getting teeth, eyeballs, claws, heart, and I feel like troll blood would also be good, but I don't know if you have any vials for that. I think that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be it.
I would have to dump out something in order to collect a liquid.
I gotta see what I have in my inventory and see if that is possible.
Yeah, what I could do is I could empty a water skin to fill. I can empty. I don't know if I want to do this with these things, but I have an oil flask and a holy water flask that could be emptied, but I'm not going to. So like the only thing I've got is we could fill the water skin with blood.
You could do. We could do the oil flask because the oil flask isn't actually all that important. Unless you're using a lantern, but you tend to use your dancing lights.
Yeah, I use those more. I also do have at least one torch. No wait, I think I have 3 torches because they don't put the quantity thing to stay when I scroll down.
Wonder why they add in the great sword that I'm carrying around. I'm carrying like 3 fucking swords, but I'm not Zoroing this shit.
3-sword style.
That'd just be ridiculous.
It's more like
I would like to make that a feat, by the way.
style. Sorry.
Also, the 3-sword style is highly impractical.
Oh yeah, extremely, dude. Are you kidding me? That shit would hurt.
It would hurt your teeth. You'd probably break your jaw on just holding the sword in your mouth to begin with.
Yeah.
It's my secret technique for 2 attacks plus offhand. Oh, right, CC?
See, I say a sword in the butt cheeks is more practical
Of course.
than a sword in the mouth.
Especially if you're Ellyra.
What the fuck?
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you haven't picked up a coconut with those. If you know, you know.
Look. You cracked an ogre skull with them once. That was it.
I swear, it happened one time.
It happened one time. That was it.
Oh, dear.
Just has a secret closet of just nothing but cracked ogre skulls.
I imagine it's like... It'd be even worse if you treat it like the Family Guy Chuck Norris beard thing, where he has another fist in there, but with Ellyra, there's a third fist between your cheeks.
Oh god.
So yeah, what are y'all doing? Around this point, I will say that the rest of the group is starting to wake up.
Okay. While he's finishing up the third, I do want to just briefly check to see if there's anything that I can see or smell from the place that Gabriel and Cheyenne went to.
You would see that it's a little bit more brightly lit than where you've been already. You would notice there's torches on the walls that are pretty freshly lit.
Did Cheyenne and Gabriel like them? Or I suppose we really wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know, but I'm just as DM give you a little bit of information on this one. They were lit before they went in there.
Oh, okay. From what I've seen so far, one of them at least goes down. Does this one go kind of same level looking, or up or down?
This one goes about the same level.
This one looks about the same level. And then
The only issue that you see
My-
with this one is it does not look like you can fit a wagon through.
Okay. It didn't really look like we could fit a wagon through the other ones either, though, did it?
Well, you have one that's a pit that you would most definitely not want to send a wagon through.
Oh, come on, it'd be fun. I just
No.
put a little bit of oil on it and set match to it, and we push it over.
We call this
You
the
have to have.
we call this the slip and slide.
You would have to have like a Ellyra carry the cards down and then carry the people down separately.
And also possibly the horse.
And the horse.
Don't mind me, I'm just throwing the horses
Like you
over the
propose
fence
that
and
idea to
hay.
her, it's just like, all right, fine, give me some juice so I can do it. My question is, have we explored all of the area?
No, you have not
Here?
explored down here. And you just literally explored over here a little bit for the exit over
Mhm.
here. There's a room over here and a room over here.
So once I'm finished up with the third corpse, I want to take a look around here for a minute, and then we can go to the and then let's check out the exit, see if there's any way we can get the cots out of here along with everyone else.
Okay.
And I will start by moving down to this area.
While you're doing that, Goo-dith is gonna go check on the kids.
All right. When you check on the kids, they're all like waking up. You see them starting to like get into their rations for the day, or at least for the breakfast.
Mhm.
Everyone seems fine at this point. The old one's trying to find out where his rations at, but like the kids keep running around with it.
I see Cassius is going with Ellyra.
Indeed.
Oh,
Okay.
welcome
So-
into chat again.
Welcome back, CC.
All right, so bring it. Welcome back.
So yeah, Goo-dith
So-
is just gonna entertain the kids a little bit while they're eating and stuff.
I take it you're gonna be like playing songs and stuff like that for them.
Yeah, we're telling stories, jokes.
Yeah.
Just keeping them occupied for a few minutes while they eat and while the two combat capable people explore.
So Ellyra and Cassius, when you're over in when you check this area, you see a big tent and something etched into the side of the cave.
Which side?
This side. You can kind of see it on the map.
Okay. I'm going to.
Oh, that stone
Okay,
table
I'm
looking
going
thing.
to investigate that.
All right.
I'll go more toward the hut.
Okay. So I'll move you closer to the
To
hut.
be carved into the side of the wall, right?
Yes.
Can I make a religion check to see if it has any sort of like religious sort of connotations or meaning, or any
Sure.
sort of like history among that?
Uh,
All right, cool.
I mean, there would be some like language stuff on there. I don't know if you want to roll. I'd say straight intelligence for that one.
Okay. 14 on the religion check, and I'm gonna roll intelligence for the language.
So you said 14 on the religion. So
Do not recognize the language. I don't recognize the language.
all
Roll
right.
the
So
5.
you see scribbles on the wall, but you can't understand them. To you, they just look like someone was like trying to write in the language of wind, essentially, but it's not. It's just like you think of five.
It's not undercommon or goblin, right?
No.
Okay.
But with your religion check, you would know that some of these that this carving was specifically used as a doorway, if that makes sense.
Doorway. As in like ritual doorway, like you're bringing an entity in type of doorway?
Or you're going somewhere kind of doorway.
Shit. Okay.
You will notice that the way in was big, like the way into this tent area was definitely big enough for a wagon, though.
Okay. So you're also telling me that this doorway, like it's an extra dimensional doorway or an actual doorway?
You would know that it's a usually let's see. Usually you would speak the name of the deity that controlled these ways in the language that is listed or that it's written in, and it would open up and it would just create a pathway, if that makes sense.
Okay. In that case, I might wait for Goo-dith on that one because I think she might have a better inkling as to what this is or what this language might be, if this is a path that we can take the carriages through. I'm also going to. Is this actually treasure right here?
No, that's not there at all.
Okay.
Like the map was pre-built, so like I don't get to edit it at all.
Mm-hmm.
I started trying to build maps, by the way.
Very cool.
It's not going
well. Oh, but it still sounds like fun.
Yes.
I'll take a look inside the tent, see if there's anything in there.
As you and Cassius go inside the tents or inside this hut, you notice that there is a lit fire and it looks like something was cooking in there. Basically there's like what's the word?
Iguana bits.
Like a cauldron. Kind of hanging over the fire by like being in between like two on like a log going between like other logs, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna investigate what's in the cauldron.
You would, when you look inside the cauldron, give me an investigation check on this one, actually.
Oh, great. My best stat.
I'm gonna step away for a minute to get a drink. I'll be right back.
All right, no worries.
Oh, shit. That's an 18.
Okay, with your 18, you realize that inside this cauldron, that there are parts of goblins, cloakers, what are they called? Fertilids
Cloak?
or thalids, something like that.
Jeez.
All made into like a stew almost. It smells rather putrid, but
Interesting.
That's worse than cowboy soup.
yeah, we call this caveman soup.
Jeez. Okay. So I think we're good here. There's really nothing of value aside from like the doorway. In which case, I think the only one that might be able to figure that one out is Goo-dith.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, just in time, because I'm about to go fetch your ass.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna head on back to where Goo-dith is, because I know she said that she would go to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You come back
And
to kids.
Cassius' ass with me.
You come back to the kids giggling and laughing, and Goo-dith is being over the top, screaming with her hands manacled behind her back. Ah, stop!
Is this a
I left
Daddy
you
Daycare
alone for
reference?
5 minutes.
What?
Oh, I was saying, is this a Daddy Daycare reference?
I don't know. Not sure. Not intentionally.
I'll show you the reference later.
Okay. So
I
this is
left
like,
you for 5 minutes. What happened?
the kids are all wild and hurt. I don't know what to say, so I'm just making sounds. And then she looks at you for a minute,
Ellyra just
and then
takes
she
takes
just,
Goo-dith, throws her over her shoulder.
hey, wait a minute.
Ask Cassius to stay with the kids as I bring Goo-dith back.
I can do that.
While you're doing that, Goo-dith just slides out of the manacles.
I will say the old dragonkin kind of walks up to Cassie and goes, "That young man was not really good with these kids, huh? I know because I saw him with my special eyes."
I just imagine as well that Goo-dith like slips the manacles, but she's still just letting Ellyra carry her.
Oh yeah,
over the
of course. For all you know, she put herself in the manacles.
Yeah, that's true.
They are her manacles after all.
Which may or may not come up later. Anyway. Goo-dith, would you be able to translate this? It's some sort of doorway or passage.
Interesting. Is it something that I recognize?
You would notice that it's written in giant.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Question: Are you having Ellyra put you down, or are you having Ellyra turn while she has you over her shoulder so you can see it?
Well, she's simply holding the manacles in front of her. I'm assuming that she's wait. She would be ass towards the thing, right? So, yeah. So it's either you have to choose to put her down, or you're turning her to face it.
My brain just says
You know,
helicopter.
let's flip a coin.
You're gonna flip a coin.
I say tails is
I'm
helicopter.
Tails is helicopter. Yeah, hang on. I got a coin. Give me a sec. Okay. So heads, I put her down. Tails, I've turned her to face it. I'm still carrying her. Tails.
It's tails.
The theatric. Yes.
So I pivot so she's still over my shoulder.
Whoa!
And she's reading the thing.
Okay.
If she doesn't have a problem with it.
I mean, she's not complaining. Oh.
So as you inspect it, it says to open the gate, speak the name Azoth in giant tongue.
Is there any indication of where this gate goes?
There is not.
Ellyra, perhaps maybe put me down.
All right. She gives you a playful spank and then puts you down.
Ow! You see that she's simply holding on to the manacles at this point. Taking off her back.
Could you have slipped out of those at any time?
What was that?
Could you have slipped out of those at any time?
Yeah, I put them on. I was just having fun making. I was just having fun making the kids laugh. She puts them back into her bag or box. I think I've been keeping them in the chest.
Ellyra, thinking of something else fun that you can use the manacles for.
Oh, I'm sure she was. Goo-dith is completely oblivious to that kind of stuff, though. just saying.
I'm aware.
So this thing, it does appear to be a door, but I don't know if you're going to want me to open it.
What does it say?
A name that you'd know. Sheathed in darkness. Because Azoth, out of character, Azoth is the evil god, right?
Yes.
In this holy war. Okay.
Very much so.
I just want to make sure that I wasn't remembering it incorrectly.
And now Ellyra goes from geeky thoughts to destructive thoughts about how to destroy this thing.
I'm tempted to flip a coin. Well, flip a 100-sider and see if it's above 50 or below 50.
Now, here's the thing, right? My fists do about 5 damage.
Yeah.
So if I just start punching the shit out of this thing, will it eventually break?
Depends on how well your bones hold up, I bet.
I mean, vampire, so.
Is it a... It's a stone doorway, right?
It looks like stone.
So what exactly am I looking at? Is it just the words on the wall, or is there an inscribed surface that looks like door?
So it literally looks like a face, and there are words that you read that were on the face on a
Okay.
plaque.
Okay. And if I feel
Let's
the
go.
wall, does the wall just feel like stone?
It feels like normal stone to you.
Okay. Does anything loose come off if I brush my hand across it? Kind of like
No,
Indiana Jones style. Okay.
no, there's no dirt, no small pebbles that fall off. No.
You know what you saying with it has a face. It kind of makes me think of like the demon doors from Fable. That's what pops into my head.
Well, I recently watched Moana, so I'm picturing the door gateway things into the godly dimensions.
Hmm. So Ellyra will say,
Oh,
then
sorry.
perhaps we should find a different path out there.
I see. Can I?
I don't want anything that has to do with his bitch ass.
Can I do history or arcana or something to see what the face means? If the face is like his
By the way, she
icon?
actually does call him. She calls him in character bitch ass.
Okay.
So, give me I'll say history check.
History? Okay. Oh, damn. 26.
You would know from your history check that the face was made to look to be like the orcish likeness of what they believed Azoth to look like.
Oh.
So it's an orcish likeness.
Sounds like Malakath, to be honest.
Sounds like what?
It's Malakath is one of the Daedric lords in Elder Scrolls.
Oh. I'm tempted to just open it.
Do you say that in character, or are you saying that as Rein?
I'm saying that as Rein.
Okay. It's that push the big red button urge.
It's
Mhm.
like Dexter's lab with Dee Dee, and she's just like, "Ooh, what's this button do? Dee Dee, get out of my laboratory!"
That show got wild, man.
I love that show so much. It is wild. It is crazy.
I don't suppose there's any way to divine where this might go.
No.
If it works the way the inscription reads, I can open this.
The question is then, do we want to open it? Oh, we know it leads to an immediate death.
Do we really know that it leads to immediate death, or is it a shortcut?
I'm saying there's a possibility. If it is who we think, if it requires invoking his name, someone who's known for manipulating, tricking, and deceiving people, I don't think we should trust it.
True enough. True enough.
I mean, yeah. So perhaps we can find another path. We need to find something.
Goo-dith stares at it longingly. Out of character. In this aspect, I am actually not too much unlike Travis, who just randomly touches stuff and ends up into a room with a blue dragon. So, be warned. Be warned that I share that tendency with Travis.
Yeah. That's entirely possible that this ends up with us in the fucking midst of an ancient red dragon, for all we know.
Mm-hmm.
I have a potential way to bullshit my way out of that, but that's a whole other thing.
So I don't know. What do you guys want to do? I'm saying that out of character. Just letting somebody else make the next choice here, because I'm about to say a word unless somebody else has another idea.
The other paths we found were big enough to open up a thing. Or not wide enough for a cart to pass through.
Well, one was, but you would have to drop the cart down or run the carts down and then run back up and then run back down and run back up and run back down.
I mean, I'm fine with the longer process, but I need to make sure that there's a way out.
Oh, so you're saying that the cart could go down the pit, right?
The carts could go down the pit, yes.
And
if they were carried.
That's the only path.
The only other path that would actually fit the cart.
A's off door.
And the horses would only fit in that same path, I imagine, right?
Yes. Well, no, I'd say the horses alone, because I'd say more than likely Cheyenne and Gabriel took a horse down the bottom path.
Okay.
It just wasn't big enough for the cart. The carts were too wide.
Okay.
Especially with the one military cart.
Yeah. Poopsy doopsy.
Wait. Are you saying? Yeah. Are you speaking giant right now?
Maybe.
Is that what it was?
Maybe that's what that was.
I was gonna say have like Ellyra, because she can walk down the pit through the path. Have her scouted out. See if that's a path forward. Because if anything, she would be more than willing to to transfer everything down, even if it takes a while.
Assuming that she could carry all of that.
She can carry a lot.
I mean, you're the one who's capable. Do you want to go see what's down there?
Yeah, why not? My she would be very, very, very fucking reluctant to try the path that you have to invoke Azoth's name to activate.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure Goo-dith has enough insight, just passively, to pick up on that.
Insight, but the question is whether or not curiosity overcomes wisdom.
That's also a fair point. Yeah.
But she is suggesting that if you want to go down the pit, we'll take a look at it, find out what's ahead. Luna going, hold up, Rein. Don't go opening doors willy-nilly just yet. Let's think this through and consider the risks and potential consequences. What if it's not just rain? Oh, I don't know where that's coming from. What if it's not just rain outside? Maybe she's listening to my name, thinking it's part of the rain with the different spelling. But that's kind of funny. Even my AI is like, hold on, you might not want to do that.
So
Yeah, even your fucking AI is warning you of like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do the fucking evil door of an evil god that, you know, potentially belong to trolls that worship the evil god.
So, Ellyra, as you go down in this tunnel or this pit, you see a labyrinth, and your sword immediately starts talking to you.
Oh shit.
It says, I sense many, many foes down here.
Well, that's fun.
Gods. King. Damn it. I'm gonna walk back up out of the pit,
All right.
pinching the bridge of her fucking nose.
Well, how'd it go?
If we do take that path, we'll have to fight our way through there.
I see.
Wonderful.
Poop.
And I am as much of a battle maniac as the next person, but
How far down did you say it was into the pit?
25 feet.
I'm gonna jump.
wait. Which pit?
The one over here.
You remember the one with the alchemy circle?
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, I jump into the pit, and
I think I'm currently on the wrong map.
Oh, is it? I see the previous one where the orcs are, or where we killed the trolls. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm on the labyrinth one.
Roll 20 has been a little slow at updating.
Yeah, refresh real fast.
Roll 20 to be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It was good when we started, and now it's been ass.
It was.
Yeah.
It's been good for me for the last minute or a few minutes. But when we started, like when Ellyra was rolling her checks, it took like a minute or two before the checks actually showed up in the chat.
I just saw what Cassius wrote.
I think
it's funny.
Did he write it in Discord?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, because I literally have it
So I'm gonna read what he said, okay?
Okay.
I do think it's almost funny, old man, that the happiness of these kids, even in the tunnel in the earth, is almost like how I felt when I was chosen by Winria. Goo-dith, she sure is something for most. I don't want to sound unthankful for a fellow chosen, certainly not unthankful for a bard. I just find it hard to take the fun they offer. It's due to my last traveling party. They are very famous on the human side. They could all perform and for the crowds that flock to them. I wasn't good enough for them. I hope to not always drag up these memories. Glenria, she brought me warmth in my heart when nothing else could. She can't be gone. She's my breath, my beating heart, the reason I stand. Just listen to me, sounding like a paladin. If only I'm not destined to wield any magic. A weapon like Ellyra's I could. Yes, I wasn't thinking those counted. You already got yours, old man, and it barks. Blah. Some one-sided oh. So it's just one-sided dialogue with the old man. But it's still
Yeah.
fun to have it.
That's
Still fun to have it.
yeah, that's really cool. I didn't see it because I literally have Discord.
I'm probably
Yeah.
hidden
I
away.
also didn't see it. My bad, CC. We're just now reading it.
I'm probably following Goo-dith and jumping down along with her.
Okay.
And
Because if there's any other trouble, I don't want her running into it solo.
oh, come on, you don't trust me? Don't answer
Extra,
that.
like,
Don't answer that.
Trick question. I shouldn't trust Goo-dith. You know damn well I shouldn't trust Goo-dith. Ellyra has some trust of Goo-dith. The thing is that she doesn't trust everything. Any fucking thing else around that may fuck up Goo-dith.
Okay, so like a kid to a candy store, heading towards this other entrance and checking it out.
All right. So you open the entrance. I gotta set it up here real fast.
Into a candy store.
Yeah, curiosity.
And it brings you here.
Oh. Can I see or hear anything from here?
You don't see or hear anything. It's really dark. But Ellyra's sword is talking to her again.
It leads back into the same labyrinth.
It does, yes.
Motherfucker.
All the roads lead to hell. All right. So I assume that Ellyra has conveyed that the sword is not happy with this location.
Yeah, no, like she says, not only does the sword not agree with this, but it's also it appears to be the same exact fucking labyrinth as she scouted out before. So we're gonna get out of here. We're either
Okay.
fighting our way out, or we are taking a cursed path out. Of which she is not happy with either idea at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Goo-dith is already gone.
I'm guessing Goo-dith has made up her mind.
Fuck.
We'll do that later.
Doesn't help me.
What's this roll for?
To me, myself.
Oh, okay.
You physically see Goo-dith just kind of like pacing, speaking something you can't understand to herself.
I picture she's speaking in primordial for this part.
Likely, or even infernal for that matter. And as far as anybody knows, it's probably a whole bunch of curse words.
It's all Greek to them.
But yeah,
Greek to them.
she's quite literally pacing a circle, making sounds that the party probably doesn't understand.
She's trying to wear a circle just directly in front of the thing into the ground. It's just slowly getting deeper and deeper and deeper. I like that one episode of Fairly Odd Parents.
Yes. Where Timmy goes, I think I'm living a rut.
Yep.
Decisions.
calling special eyes his celestial weapon. Jesus. See, that's funny.
You just hear the old guy getting louder and louder. Look at me with your special eyes. You have special eyes too, don't you?
I want to lose it.
What did you say?
I was saying as Ellyra, I was like, I'm going to fucking lose it.
And at that note, she says, the name in giant.
As you say the name, everyone hears a loud rumbling. A tongue sticks out of the face, the mouth opens, and you would see. I'm gonna clump you all together, sort of, so I can do the thing.
Okay.
But yeah. Copy. You see this.
What in the fuck?
Do you recognize this at all? Does it look like the same mountain range that we've been in? Oh, did I get disconnected?
No, you're still here.
Oh, okay, everything was quiet, so I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Also, is the bridge actually like damaged as we see it?
No. Again, that's just the map I found.
I figured it's important that I asked that question. And Rein was asking, do we recognize the area?
No, this is a whole new area to you.
Okay, so it doesn't seem like the mountain as we were in it.
No.
Okay. Is the passageway still open?
I would say yes. But also I would say if you go through the passageway, the wagons and kids and all of them would be with you as well.
Okay.
I just didn't copy the carts and everything because less to copy.
Fair enough. Okay, so then we'll. Oh. Hopefully, this is forward progress. Was expecting much worse, to be honest with you.
What do you mean? It's freezing. It's cold. Snow. I'm assuming it's snow.
It is snowing. Yes.
Okay.
Ellyra like takes off her cloak and wraps it around Goo-dith to give her a bit more warmth.
Thanks.
I see like Ellyra's not even freaking bothered by it. You don't even see like any like as she like sighs. It's kind of weird because you don't quite see like breath you would normally see from a normal person.
Well, I probably wouldn't see breath unless you decide you're breathing.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, she electively chooses not to breathe. How Brock from Pokemon electively chooses not to use his eyes.
No, he just looks with his special eyes.
Okay, so let's guide the cart's children and the old man with his special eyes across the bridge.
I see with my
One
special
after-
eyes. Sorry, I shouldn't make that joke. But yeah. Yeah. This might be the way to go.
In guard mode.
Oh, nice emote to go with it.
Exactly. Hey, someone's using code gun. Heck yeah.
Nice.
All right. So are you all crossing this bridge?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming that we've gotten the kids and the old man then.
Yeah, you got them all with you. As you begin to step on the bridge, you see
You know what's fucked, by the way?
what's up.
Yeah, so apparently I was subbed. Sub just ended, apparently, but it's not telling me that my sub ended. I keep
Oh.
getting ads.
Weird.
Yeah, I find it weird that Twitch does that sometimes where they don't tell you that your sub is like ended.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't get them until like a few days later.
Yeah. Or even sometimes you get the email, but never the notification you usually get in Twitch itself.
Exactly. So as you begin to walk on the bridge, you see this giant come up, and he says, "I am the protector of." Oh, in giant, he speaks, saying, "I am the protector of these lands, the protector of the way to Divinia. State your business, or be halted right where you stand."
My current business is freezing my slime off.
He looks at you and just goes, "Why do you choose to go to Divinia?"
Escorting younglings. Oh, it's cold.
You translating any of this or no? No.
No, she hasn't translated any of it yet.
Ah.
The giant begins to walk closer.
Wait. Why do you approach?
Why do you not answer the question?
I did. We're kids protecting.
Wait, hang on. Did you forget the actual reason why we're going here?
No.
Okay.
Wait. Did I forget something?
But I figure Goo-dith would know why we're here. Is she just not saying?
The kids, right?
Because we're taking the kids to their because their home is no longer safe.
Check the inner skull.
And then you're like, ask the kids. And then he starts approaching to ask the kids. You're like, why are you approaching? This is so gas.
In common, she'll say that he's asking why we're here, and I don't. I thought I answered, but he still seems angry.
I call to the giant. Do you speak common?
He looks flustered, kind of like rubs his fingers across his head.
Okay. Good. I'm gonna ask you to translate exactly what I say. Please.
Okay.
We are here transporting the children, dragonkin children, to the city because their home is no longer safe. And they need a place of shelter and safety.
She translates that exactly with a bunch of frozen jitters in her voice.
The giant looks at you and says, "Do you have travel papers?"
He's asking for papers. She said that in common. Uh-oh. Did we didn't lose.
Would
I think-
Okay.
would blessings of the gods in this city suffice?
Are you
As a symbol?
asking the DM or telling Goo-dith to translate?
I am asking the giant through Goo-dith if our us being marked or chosen by the gods of this city is enough to warrant us passage.
Goo-dith will continue to be the translator because this is actually you get a sense that she has
Yeah.
done this time and time again.
The giant says, "If chosen by the gods, show your mark."
Goo-dith will pull the skull out of her head.
Red.
The giant kind of looks at you like peculiar, but kind of like weirded out that you pulled your skull out.
I raise my amulet of Vinraf.
Yes. And then he'll look at Cassius and be like, "Since you are chosen by the gods, how about a little test? The gods don't choose weaklings."
For CC's sake, Gabriel went through a different path.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I would
So-
have been looked forward to hearing that interaction too, CC.
I would love to see just Gabriel trying to bitch talk the fucking giant and get smacked off the bridge.
Except Gabriel can't speak giant, so it's like he's just gonna get smacked off the bridge, not knowing what they're saying.
Dang. That would be brutal.
Yeah. What test would this be?
He looks at you and says, "Nothing life-threatening." And he calls his brother. He calls his brother over, or another one over, and he says, "One of us speaks truth. One of us speaks lies. Figure out which one of us is telling the truth."
The
And we'll let you
barbarian
go.
pulls out his axe, cleaves one in half, and asks the other one, "Is this one dead?" I'm sorry. I can't help it.
It's good if this is all on you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You're
and
the only one who speaks a riddle.
he also says,
here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. If they said figure out which one tells truth and which one tells lies, they didn't tell us that we couldn't ask questions.
True.
so I was actually just getting to that, actually.
Yeah, I cut you off immediately because the stupid
Yeah,
wizard war shorts just flooded into
Yeah.
my mind.
But yeah, they look at you and say, "By the way, you only get 3 questions."
All right. Here's a question. What
Ooh.
am I?
They both say vampire.
Oh, you're both wrong on that one, by the way.
Are they really, though?
He's a half vampire, so technically they're both wrong. But they're both
Technically,
right.
Yeah, they're sort of right and wrong.
But here's the thing, though.
There's
Would they be able
ambiguity.
to... Here's my thing. Like, would they be able to tell that she's a vampire?
I would
Would
say by like attributes and smell, yes. By looks, no.
Okay.
Maybe with all those organs you harvested.
The fact that you have the blood coin. They say that was question number 1.
Okay. Thought one was gonna say drow and the other one say dark elf.
Goo-dith speaks up. I have a coin-like thing in my pocket. It's a special coin. Where is it from?
One says, "How are we supposed to know where it comes from?" The other says, "I don't know."
Hmm.
Shit.
Come on, you're supposed to carry this team.
I'm supposed to carry this team. Can I do any kind of insight on No, I don't even think that would work. I was gonna say whether or not the response is genuine, but I don't think that's even an insight check I can do.
Not in this instance.
That was the second question.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck. Fuck.
Okay,
Sorry.
but one of them will say final question.
Goo-dith is gonna come back and whisper to just you guys. What if we ask him if we're alive?
That's a tricky
Well,
conversation.
wait. Well, I don't really know the. Are slimes alive? Vampires.
Totally half undead.
Let's not ask that then.
I mean, we could also just ask them which one is which, and then insight check.
You could ask them something that's like very hard to deny is true.
I want to ask
That the
which
only
gods are
way you could get it
fallen.
wrong is if you're intentionally getting it wrong.
I wanted to ask which gods are fallen and which ones are not, but they might just have a wise ass answer like the fallen gods are the fallen gods. You know, some shit like that.
Do you think it would be worth asking them the question, which one of them is lying? By the way, out of character coat, how big do these guys look? Do they look like they would die in one hit?
It would not die in one hit, I'll tell you that.
if I got a crit smite, maybe. And even so, I'm out of smites right now.
Wait, Ellyra. Ask them if that soup we found is good.
What the fuck? I don't think that's gonna solve our answer. That's gonna solve our problem here.
One of them would have to be lying.
But also, neither one of them would have seen that soup. So
that's true. I don't think we can go back and get it.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is that we already asked them about the coin. It was from the same location. And their response was, I don't know, and where would I know where that coin was from?
One of them does sound more truthful than the other. I'm just trying to figure out which.
I think.
I don't know sounds more truthful.
I mean, I thought about just saying this one lying, but I didn't.
How should we know? Doesn't sound very truthful.
If we ask which one is lying, they'll end up probably pointing to each other. If we ask which one's telling the truth, they're probably going to point to each other.
That's true. Yeah.
Or point to themselves each.
And if we ask how deep is this chasm, they're probably going to answer with something like, it's very deep. And it's only like 550 meters.
Only one of them stepped forward first.
Oh, shit. Yes. Yes. Actually, yes. You just gave me the fucking idea. All right. All right. Turn back to the giants. I ask, which one of you approached us first?
They both point at themselves.
And I point to the one that approached us first. You're the one that tells truths. I point to the other one that approaches afterwards. You're the one that tells lies.
They say they both say at the same time. Very good. You have passed our test.
Yeah.
By the way, your
Jesus.
loincloth is experiencing a wardrobe malfunction. Rather impressive.
They look a little perplexed by the wordage that you used, like loincloth, malfunction.
Look down. Put that thing away. There's children here.
XYC. Examine your crotch.
That's XYC.
That's what I said, XYC.
Yeah.
I heard XYZ.
I love because I was overthinking it. I was overthinking it hard, and then CC said the thing about like, oh, them approaching us. I'm like, wait a minute.
So you
Wait a minute, that's how we solve it.
Yeah,
you-
Goo-dith had a dual-ended question. She was hoping that one of them might actually have like some kind of divine sense to say where the coin came from.
So, by the way, the reason why they said they don't know and how would they know anything about the coin is neither one had seen that coin.
Fair. But
Right.
like I said, it was a dual-sided question. It was to see if they would say something identifiable and also to see if they had like a divine sense.
Right. Now, these
So-
guys are just giants.
Soup. They're
just guards.
the same.
So they let you pass through the over the bridge. And they tell you specifically you, Judith. They say a word of wisdom.
Mhm.
When you get to the city, don't say you're of Winria.
Oh.
Why is that?
Yeah, I'll say Goo-dith is still doing the translator thing, so
He says, "Have you not heard the news?"
does it have anything to do with the storm?
I don't know much about the storm, but Winria has fallen from her throne.
As in gone? Gone?
More like usurped.
So she is not lost, but she is cast out?
Exactly. Weakened.
And Goo-dith obviously shares that information.
It must be Elias.
It must be what?
Why are
The comrade we just fought alongside.
You
why is it ascending?
would that really be usurping though? That would be he was supposed to
And no, usurping
replace
implies that it's being taken by force or that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Still
So
can't be anyone else.
Elyrus is supposed to inherit the throne, not usurp the throne.
Yeah.
Right. So something else has usurped it. Is that what that essentially what that is, Code?
Yes,
Like that's
yes,
what we need to-
exactly. Something
So-
else.
So that's logic.
I'm assuming it's possibly Siligic. So we have to find a way to take care of Siligic, clear the path for Elias is what I think might be happening. And Ellyra is saying this in character, is that Elias is to inherit it. It was usurped. And as you said, it's more than likely Siligic. This is not good. Not good at all.
I cast mending. I'm kidding.
On?
The bridge.
I don't have that spell. I'm sorry.
Cast mending on a broken heart.
Cast mending. I don't even have that spell. It was just funny because I was bored and drawing on the bridge.
Word during D&D? My word. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not bored. This is fascinating, but
No, I'm messing with you.
my fidget kicked in, and I had to do something with my hands.
Were you at least paying attention to what was being said?
It was something about not voting well. That shit's going down.
Basically, like
Yeah.
we believe that Siligic is the one that usurped. That's very fucking bad.
Yeah.
The sooner we cave these kids, the sooner we can stop those fools who think themselves gods.
Well, we're still here. Goo-dith turns back to the giants. How much do you know of Divinia? Like, if we were seeking refuge for kids, where would you suggest taking them?
They would both say that they were once refugees themselves many years ago, and Divinia took them in. They would say that most of the time, or they're very open to refugees, but they have to know that these refugees aren't going to cause problems or be troublesome for them, because they have had refugees like that in the past. Specifically, if they said that they came in the name of Azoth.
Okay, because and this is actually in Goo-dith is saying this because originally I had kind of hoped that maybe the Temple of Winria might shelter them, but if that is not in grace anymore,
They say the Temple of Winria is still there. It's just when you go through the gates, don't tell them that you're of Winria.
Oh, just at the gates. Okay. Because I know I was still hoping that the temple, the church, would offer shelter, and I was worried that any mention of the name would have been shunned.
At the church, you would know that all the divinities are known there and recognized. However, in the streets, there is a little bit of a religious war if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It does.
And lately they've been trying to keep the followers of Azoth at bay, while also trying to subdue a new religion that's been coming through the land.
The human one.
The followers of Seligic. Yes.
Wouldn't that be
I was
multiple
gonna say-
religions, though? The followers of Seligic are technically multiple, right?
Well, think about it like this. It's more like a singular. Like I think this is how Code Added does that. Think of it more like a singular. Like think of it like a pantheon, right? It's not a religion of single god, but a religion of multiple gods. And Seligic is sitting at the top. A lot like like Zeus and like.
So we're talking
Exactly.
about a religion in that aspect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically bringing strange fire before an altar of the gods.
You see, Gabriel didn't share that other book, and Goo-dith hasn't had a chance to read the book that she took off the other paladin. Oh.
So much reading for you to do.
Oh yes, but like I said,
Actually,
Gabriel
I
still.
think you read a little bit of that book. I think you read a little bit of that book when you took it off the body in the first place.
I picked it up and I read the cover of it and I said, "This is reading for later," and put it in my pack. And I haven't actually picked it up. So I just know what it's supposed to be about.
And wasn't Gabriel reading? Gabriel was reading the book out loud, right? Or not really?
I don't think he was reading. What was he reading it out loud? Do you remember?
No, I think he was mainly keeping a lot of shit to himself. The only thing that he shared with the group was the fact that there were more of those fanatics over at the one of Heroes.
Oh, my memory only says that he mentioned something about where the sending stones connected him to. That he had a conversation with somebody at the Helios, it's Helios, right?
Yeah, the crater of Helios.
The crater of Helios, yeah. And we have to go there anyway to destroy the book and destroy the sword.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna run into those fuckers either way.
Yeah.
But also, Code. I thought Code was gonna have the fucking death be a bit longer winded, just to give us a breathing space for some downtime.
Well, she's not dead. She's just deposed. So we can assume that she's gone to some hiding place, and that's probably where Elias is. I can't say his name. Elias has gone to meet her at some probably divine rendezvous, right? That's what I'm reading out of it. Out of character. That's what Goo-dith is reading out of it.
More or less, yes.
Right. From what I understand of it, or at least from what Ellyra understands, is that the dude went to the resting place of light.
Yes.
So that doesn't bode well.
Yeah. It does sort of make me picture was that the first or second Marvel Thor movie where Odin was laying inside of a bubble in a divine sleep? That's what I'm picturing right now.
That was the first.
That was the first one.
That was the first one. So that's what I currently picture is she's laying inside of a divine bubble, and Elias is basically there, like Odin's wife was, or Thor was, in visiting.
Yep, I can see that. Oops.
But yeah, they allow you to pass, and they say. They also say, by the way, that Divinia would be about another half a day's journey from this point.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Is Divinia welcoming to all species?
More or less. There are a few that are not allowed, but that's due to them being troublemakers and reckless. And
She pinches her own arm and kind of goes and wiggles it around. It's sort of like as a gesture to say, like, even me.
they look at you and go, "You're not trying to break anything, are you?"
Oh, giants. Even slime people, and then she physically changes into a ball of goo, and then reshapes back into the humanoid form.
They say as long as you don't break nut and spread false doctrine, things like that, you're allowed in the city.
As long as you aren't a bitch.
In Primordial, she says, "Oh well, I guess I'm getting arrested."
It's a good thing they don't speak primordial.
I love that we also cut down our journey's travel to like a fourth for the remaining length of the journey. Down to a fourth.
And this was literally just Goo-dith going, "I've had enough," and just saying a name she didn't want to say. Like, she was curious, right? But she was like, "I don't want to say it. Do we not unleash the nuclear bomb? What, I don't know what that means, Cece."
What does that mean, CC?
The book. Oh, the book that holds the dagger.
That book was locked.
That book is locked and hidden, and it would need some sort of arcane trickery to open it.
Yep.
It's not within Goo-dith's power to open, but that doesn't mean that there isn't somebody in Divinia that couldn't open it.
Yeah, I would suggest we keep that shit closed.
Make
sure to keep
the fact that its cover doesn't even match anymore. CC, or I should say Cassius has wrapped it in new skin. We had our best drunken wizard make the lock. Only an equally drunk wizard can unlock it. You know, on that. Sorry.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, on that note, I find it extremely fascinating that in the bard's actual class spells, they don't get arcane lock. They get knock, which is the spell to unlock any locks, including an arcane lock temporarily.
Exactly.
And in that case, the freaking bard is literally like a subclass of rogue, because it's about trickery and deception. And it's just really
see, my headcanon says that it's more of a rivalry between wizards and bards.
Oh,
that's just keep arcane locking it, and the bars just keep knocking it.
Exactly.
It's the eternal struggle between bards and wizards. Like they can all get together in a college and be all good and polite and everything, but at the end of the day, one of them is the rogue of the spell casting community, and the other one is the, like the divine side of it, the goodies.
Well, I mean, if you really want to go rogue of the spellcasting community, warlocks versus sorcerers, right?
You think so?
Because sorcerers get their magic due to divine birth, and yet warlocks get theirs from a patron whom, given the circumstances, it says that they could be as far away from a plane as their own, and they are usually like fiends or demons or XYZ, right? But there's one thing that I find very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Warlocks can have multiple patrons who
Really?
do not communicate with each other.
Really?
Or
Mhm.
in the case of a warlock that I currently have, right? She is a warlock samurai, and in her case, her patron are the spirits of her ancestors that all work together to
Yep,
give her the
that
power
too.
that she had.
Interesting.
But
I
if you were
always
to
seen that more as like a warlock versus cleric, where you have a patron, but in one aspect it's like, I'm sorry, Daddy, I've been bad. In the other aspect, the
I
other.
was about to say that. I was about to say that you have the Father, forgive me for I have sinned, or is the I'm sorry, Daddy, I've been naughty.
Yeah.
By the way,
Exactly.
Duality there.
to kind of bring us back on track,
Okay.
if you were to take the path down, down this way,
Mm-hmm.
within a half a day, you would end up at the city gates of Divinia.
Ooh, that is pretty. I'm assuming we had no more questions for the ice giant folk thingies, right? Intellect, damn it, they're so loud. I'm trying to study. Oh, Foxy, see that's good. Fucking lands between over here.
I always joke about the whole warlock thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is the sugar daddy.
The sugar
Yeah.
daddy. Yeah.
And Gabriel was very close to walking that line too. But
Yes, he was.
So we're progressing the path. I'm going to say, and Ellyra's going to say this too. I was going to say, jump back there. We'll give her a pat on the head.
Oh. And she makes the face kind of like a kitten who's having its ears rubbed.
You know what? Yeah, I'll allow it. I allow it.
I think this is happening.
It only happens like every other session.
CC. Oh, no.
But you guys come across the path to Divinia.
I want to go to the
that-
top of the Mickey Mouse church, or not church, castle. I'm sorry. I couldn't not make the joke.
I'm just saying, like, y'all made it to this pathway, and that's where we're gonna end session today.
Okay.
Thank y'all for coming. We'll see you next time. And let's see who we should raid into.
Yeah, I was just wondering who is on.
Whiskey and dark chocolate for my soul. Apparently, even Luna ships us. What the fuck?
Damn, I must admit. Oh, I did miss that one.
And then I also put Sesame and Lex.
Let's see. Do you want to raid into Jake the Nerdlax?
Who the fuck?
He's a friend of mine.
Is that all one word?
It's Jake underscore the nerd the underscore nerd likes.
You said,
Oh,
oh wait, Jake the Nerd Lax, you said?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, there he is. I can definitely go ahead with that. What are they doing? They're playing Horizon Forbidden West. All right. Well, thanks.
And thank y'all for coming. Stop into Jake, say hi to him. He's a really chill dude. And until next time.
Thank you, everybody.
You all take care. Bye-bye.